along with my teammates Amanda, Hamza, and David, we make up Group 12. We created the product Where Am I Meow? A website designed to help pet owners get reunited with their lost pets. It cross-references information that the owner provides with known pet information. It gives other users the opportunity to publish a lost pet, as well as publish a pet that they have personally found. Up above, we have a series of links. One will take you to the About Us page, which we are currently seeing. Another will take you to a page dedicated to dogs, a page dedicated to cats, and another one to log into an account. One of the main features of this website is that each user has the ability to create an account. In order to do so, you will scroll down until you find the Create Account button, which will take you to this Create Account page. You will fill in your email, username, phone number, address, zip code, and password. After you've done so, as you can see, you will click the Submit button. The Submit button will send the user's information to a database where it will be stored. The database that we used for this project was the Firebase Real-Time Database, which is a NoSQL database, which was separated into two main parts, one for the user's information and the other one for the pet information. They will also send an email to confirm the actual email, which can be seen here. As well as check that the passwords are the same, and they are between 6 to 8 characters, and check that the zip code is 5 numbers. However, if the user already has an account, an error message will pop up saying that the account is already being used. Check on the email. To get out of this page, you can click any of the links above, or click the main button page, which will take you to the About page.
So now that we've created an account, we're going to go ahead and log into our newly created account, which is hammyemmy123@gmail.com, with the password being Pikachu, I believe. So we're going to go ahead and log in. Awesome, we're logged in. Let's take a closer look right now at the login page. So we have a logout function that checks the persistence of whether the user is logged in. If the user is logged in, it checks it and it automatically signs them out when I hit the logout button. Otherwise, it does nothing. So let's say, for instance, we happen to forget our password. We don't know our password anymore. So there is a very nice reset password here, which we're going to demonstrate real quick. And you see check email to reset password. So let's go ahead and do that. Here we've just received this, and we're going to go ahead and reset the password. So now the new password, before it was Pikachu. So let's make it Squirtle, SQUIRTLE. Make sure I spelled it correct. That's right. So Squirtle is now the password. Awesome. So now let's go ahead and log back in. hammyemmy at 123@gmail.com. Password is Squirtle. Now just for a test, let's try Pikachu. So we can see that Pikachu should fail. The password is invalid or does not have a password. So it does check for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and enter Squirtle again, and we are now signed in. So now that we're signed into the site, there are a couple of core features of our website. One is, obviously you've seen, is the ability to create an account and log in. We can also create a pet profile and search for a lost when we're able to. As you'll see in a minute, we'll be able to search for a lost pet and browse lost pet. And the most defining feature is to be able to match a pet to our lost pet, which is really cool. And another algorithm in terms of the username is a Swearword algorithm. So with the Swearword algorithm, it makes sure that whatever username you enter in based on predominantly used swear words or inappropriate words, it checks it against it and basically does not allow you to use that word as a username. And the tech we use to build this website is obviously Firebase. Is basically controls our authentication and database, as well as our hosting, all for free. If the whole thing was written in JavaScript, the web pages were made with HTML with formatting in CSS, and the database was made with Firebase real-time database. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at a couple of other features.
What are the alternatives to your system, and why is your solution better? Our current competitors are FindPet.com, PetFinder, and PawBoost. What makes our solution better is that we have a custom-made search algorithm that will automatically match your lost pet to a pet in our database if it is available. Let me demonstrate this by going to the cats page and clicking on Find My Cat. This will take you to a form to enter in information about your cat. The first thing the search algorithm will check is the number of days your cat has been lost. We do this so that if a user is searching for a cat that has been lost for 10 days, then a cat that has been found for 100 days cannot be your cat. The rest of the algorithm will check the breed of your cat, fur color, fur pattern, eye color, and size. It does this by assigning weights to these parameters, with breed being the highest. We do this so that if someone mistakes the breed, then it can still be identified by using the other parameters. Let me demonstrate this by entering a cat. We will have a cat named Princess, who is a Persian that has a cream fur color, a solid fur pattern, blue eyes, is small, and has been lost for 1,000 days. We will then click Submit, and it will bring up possible matches for your pet. For demonstration purposes, we create a list of random cats to be compared with your cat. The randomization works by randomly picking a string within an array and assigning it to its appropriate parameter.
I will now demonstrate the browsing functionality of our website. From the main page, you can go to either cats or dogs. Under each of these pages, you'll see a button for browsing lost animals and found animals. Clicking the Lost Dog button will bring you to a page of all the lost dogs that were submitted to our website. Each block of information contains a name, a size, fur color, eye color, and time lost. As you can see, each page can contain quite a number of entries. Going to the Found Dogs option sends you to a page of the exact same format, but this one will contain names of dogs submitted as found. This is where you would go if you lost a dog and were hoping to find them on our website. Both the cat options work exactly the same as the dog ones. I will now discuss future plans we had for our project. One of our possible plans was to integrate shelters into our website. The idea for this was that shelters could create their own unique account, specifically for shelters, in which they would have the name of their organization and all the animals under their care, so that if someone's animal ended up at a shelter, they could search the shelter and see if their animal was there. Another plan we had was a reward system, in which people posting lost animals could also offer a reward for finding these animals. We also had the idea of location-based search, in which the longer the dog was missing, the larger the area it could possibly be in would be. We had the idea of implementing a pet priority system, in which animals that needed urgent attention, such as lost animals with medical conditions, would be given priority over other animals. Lastly, we had the idea of a phone app so that our website could be used from mobile devices. but directly through an application. Lastly, I'll talk about possible questions for our project. One of them might be, why did we use Firebase? Well, it came with hosting, account templates and authentication, and a free database we could use. Another question you might have is, how did we plan on verifying whether the person claiming the pet actually owned them? Well, initially we didn't, but if we were to implement a reward system, we would have to verify this directly for a financial transaction to take place. Lastly, were we planning on a notification system so that users would receive an alert when their pet was deemed found? And yes, we had this idea, but we ended up cutting it later due to time constraints. This concludes the presentation.